Continuing on the binge playlist of Chair Shot Reality, we hope you enjoy it. Make sure you leave a comment, let us know, share, and tell a friend. You know they'll appreciate it. He is Josh Eisenberg. I'm Justin LeBar. Josh, as we build to the next major pay-per-view, it is the one that, of course, caps off the summer. That is SummerSlam in Barclays Center in Brooklyn once again. And, of course, the rumors start coming out of what's going to be the headlining match for SummerSlam. You assume you'd have a Brock Lesnar, who still is your Universal Champion, and Dave Meltzer is reporting that at the moment, the speculated match that Vince is going to go with is Roman Reigns challenging and probably conquering the Beast inside of Brooklyn. Yeah, exactly. I was finishing my statement and then I get ready to make my reaction.
Yeah, like it's unbelievable to me that they're going to go back at it. I mean, look, I completely understand why Vince McMahon likes Roman Reigns. I completely understand how marketable Roman Reigns is. He spoke very well for WWE this past week at their event. He's a polished guy. He's very intelligent. He comes off as a guy that you want to market an entire brand around. I understand that looking at Vince's eyes, who's in his 70s. Vince is trying to cater to guys who aren't 70 or 60 years old that are watching Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is a guy that should be Universal Champion, but not at the expense of Brock Lesnar. And the reason being is because WWE has invested so much time and so much effort into making Brock Lesnar unlike any other WWE superstar, where even when he didn't have the Universal Championship, he was still dominating his opponents, whether it was Randy Orton at SummerSlam, whether it was Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania 32. He was the guy that WWE wanted to build up so much, and maybe they had the thought of Roman Reigns being that guy to accomplish and defeat Brock Lesnar, sending him on his way back to UFC. But that's not the right way to go. And if you're trying to tell me that people in the Barclays Center, or anybody that wants to see this one-on-one match again at SummerSlam, if anybody really wants to see it, you are absolutely insane. That's like saying that Alexander Ovechkin is better than Sidney Crosby. It's not true, Justin. Right?
Some categories. In a way, I'm not surprised, because there still is unfinished business if you know the fact that like Roman Reigns eventually has to win, right? But
not against Brock Lesnar, not at Brock Lesnar's expense. That's the problem that we have here.
Well,
if it was Roman Reigns against somebody like a Jinder Mahal that had the championship, or somebody that people really didn't care about, they'd be okay with it. Think about it like this: he beat Sheamus a couple of years ago for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and Sheamus was he got that huge reaction in Philadelphia, winning that championship on Raw. Yeah. You need him to defeat somebody that's not as believable as a fighter like Brock Lesnar.
Well, unfortunately, we've seen him lose at WrestleMania to Brock, and then the Greatest Royal Rumble, it ends in controversy. So it's like Reigns is a step closer to where he got screwed out of this referee's poor decision. So in wrestling booking, it is unfinished business that Reigns has to conquer it. That being said, I agree with you. It's not, while I don't hate Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns matches bell to bell, I don't want to see it again. I certainly don't want that to be what we're building an entire SummerSlam around. Unfortunately, this is just going to be the result and product of how successful WWE as a traveling brand. The fact that SummerSlam is basically sold out. The tickets have gone well. The prices have gone well. Everybody has the network. More people than ever have the WWE network. So again, it's not a matter of we need something to sell and give us a good gate. They have this. They have everything sold, so they're going to give us this. So it's unfortunate, but the only thing they can do is try to make us all go, okay, that was worthwhile. Whether that's I know you mentioned before we started recording this, whether that's a stipulation, which I don't know what you want to see stipulation-wise, whether that is a character change, whether it's some interference, whether it's the Paul Heyman turn, whatever it is, they're going to have to find something to say, okay, make us go, okay, it was worthwhile. They lived up to the hype here.
And I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if a stipulation would be good. I mean, I would say Hell in a Cell, but they have a whole pay-per-view for Hell in a Cell. Not that they haven't done Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam before, but it gives you that cage feel, that ability. You want to maybe make it spiced up a little bit. Or Paul Heyman turning. I don't know if there's anything that makes me say, oh, okay, I get it. That was worth it. This makes sense now. Because I don't think they have a plan for that. I think their plan is just to have Roman Reigns become the Universal Champion and Brock Lesnar goes. And that's it. And that's sad to me.
Well, and we're getting a little ahead of ourselves because we haven't even got past Money in the Bank. But, of course, there's always the possibility of, Roman Reigns is the one that sends Brock Lesnar packing. Basically, he's the one that beats Brock Lesnar But then who knows? Depending on who the Money in the Bank champion is, that might be a way to immediately segue right into Roman Reigns' new feud. If somebody from somebody holding a briefcase comes, and whether they successfully cash in or don't, that could immediately then turn into something. So still ways to go. But I mean, as we see this report, everybody kind of has the same unanimous roll of the eyes, shake of the head that we're going to go down this again. So you got to think, and this is. I mean, this is like the fourth big match between the two of them, one-on-one. We got to get something. Again, heel turn, Heyman turn, something to mark it down as important in WWE history. WWE history 2018. We'll take a look in the next video. What is defining 2018? We're halfway through the year. What's standing out in the world of WWE and pro wrestling? We'll talk about it all here on Chairshot Reality.